I wanted to ask you about Trash Panda as well, because the streaming numbers are all like really good on all these things. I'm curious as to what you've done to be able to do that, because as we know, it's not just being good at what you do that gets you those numbers, right?
Well, I don't know what it is, because we're bigger now than we were when we were together.
Really?
Yeah. It's been 3 years since we broke up. We just hit our highest monthly listeners of all time yesterday.
It's like 14,000 or something?
No, we have 200,000 monthly
200,000.
I'm really thankful for it. It's amazing. It is confusing, and I don't know.
Yeah, because you haven't been in the band for 3 years, or it's dissolved, and so
we haven't
like
been doing
promoting
anything.
That for 3 years.
No.
So
all right. So before we do,
God damn it!
so
trying
dude,
to break all the figure out how to do it.
Dude, yeah, we're always trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. That's another thing that's like plaguing me. It's like the chances of me making this project as big as that one are like, we went viral. I was just like a baby. We were just making records in our basement, and then we went viral, and it was like, okay, what do we do now? Like, we're not ready for that. We don't have anything. We barely have gear. And then it went viral, and we were just like, what do we do now? So we found my other friend from college, so I asked him to play bass for us, and we started playing a few shows here and there, but we were never that big. And I acquired a shit ton of debt while we were together. My 20s were hard, man. Like, they were just terrible. Like, good things were happening, but like my actual personal affairs were never together. Life was just like really insecure. My relationships were rocky, and I didn't understand anything that was going on around me. I was just confused for the entire decade, and that includes the time that Trash Panda was together. And so no, I'm still really confused about all that. I don't know why, because we know we haven't done anything to promote it since then. But we were working neurotically hard at the time to make it big, and then became so miserable that it's like, let's leave it all behind. And now 3 years later, it's bigger than it ever was then. And it's mostly just because of Atlanta Girls, which is a catchy song, and it's also the bane of my existence, and it pays my rent, and it's an awesome quagmire of a strange fucking thing that happened.
Almost 8 million streams on that one. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, congrats. Was it Atlanta Girls that was on the Spotify Top 50?
Oh no, it was Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, that's right.
That was the first song that was like, and that made no sense either. Yeah. I think it was because we mentioned Trump in the song before the election. I think that's partially why. I think it was catchy. I mean, it's not until the last verse that we mentioned him, and it wasn't even a very scathing mention. Like, just basically implied that he does cocaine.
Yeah.
And
that's for sure true though, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a given. But so that wasn't controversial. Also, just like implied that he's not trustworthy, which is also not controversial.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that song went viral either. I literally have no idea. Everything about that was confusing.
For people listening, it was like right underneath the
weekend.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Played the fucking halftime in the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah.
Pretty big deal. So you didn't even submit it or anything like that?
That one didn't exist back then.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, and the one that went viral, our friends released it for us under their compilation. And so they were like, hey, let's release y'all's song, Giuseppe, because we hadn't released anything yet. And we're like, let's release 3 of our songs as a compilation. And then it just happened that Giuseppe hit for no reason that I can tell. And so it literally, that like changed my life forever, and I still don't understand it. I have no clue, dude. And I drive a Hyundai that's breaking down, and like my life is like not together, dude. Like my life is not together. Like my life in Atlanta fell apart last year, and I went in the desert for 2 months, and I landed at the beach, man. Like my life has been like not in my own hands, man. I've been floating, dude. So I can't take credit for any of it. I don't know how any of it happened. I have found amazing happiness within myself because for 3 years, nothing I've done has worked. And now I have found all this great fucking solid ass joy within myself because nothing for 3 years. Everything worked for no reason for 2 years, but my life was miserable. Now nothing's working and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
So I have no lessons I have no understanding.